right, ladies and gentlemen, after a short hiatus, we are back. It is Osborne Motors Endurance Challenge Season 6, and we got a lot of changes this season. We got a lot of stuff going on, as well as Devin Adams in the booth. Devin Adams, say hello.
How's everybody doing tonight?
They are doing fantastic, is what they would say if they could answer you, but they can't. But we got Season 6, big thing, obviously, as you can see, Mr. Patrick Cantrell spinning and getting T-boned there. We have rain. The track is wet out there tonight. It looks like we had some heavy rain before the practice session, and then it stopped raining, but there is a chance for rain later on, maybe about halfway through the race, but right now the cars are out there. Track's getting dried off. Hopefully clear up a nice racing line, maybe get those dry tires on for qualifying, but we will see how that shakes out tonight. Also, differences in this season, we do have the tire limits removed. Those are no longer a thing because can't limit your tires. You have to change to wet tires. That's an iRacing thing. It's fun. We have a professional and amateur division split this season. So if you look on your screen now and you see some drivers with a 3-digit number and some drivers with a 2-digit number, that is our division split. So the 3-digit number, they're the pros, 2-digit number, they're the amateurs. They are all fighting on track for the same positions, all fighting for the same points, but they are scored separately in their own divisions. And also, the final new thing with this season is the season-long car commitment. No longer are the days of the meta car for the track. Everyone has to pick a car, stick with it. What do you think? What do you think of those ramblings, Devin?
I couldn't agree more with anything you just said.
Wonderful. What do you think of the season-long car commitment?
I'm liking that. I see a couple Mercedes out here. I'm already a fan of this.
And there's Mercedes on the wall. That track is definitely gonna be slippery. Getting my overlay ready. It's been a while. We've been on a little bit of a break, 3-week break from the action. What'd you do over your winter break?
I was anxiously awaiting the rain, and I decided rain is not for me.
Rain is for you. You just have to embrace it.
I do.
We have a total of 44 people here tonight, so far in the server. I think this is the most we've ever had show up to one race. It's a nice looking OMEC paint there. I need to broadcast the race to you so you can see what I'm seeing.
Yes, you do.
We're getting there.
Hey, we gotta get back in this way of things.
6 seasons in, we still don't know what we're doing.
I mean, what did they really expect?
Nothing. They didn't expect shit from us.
Exactly.
But anyways, we are in practice. We got about 5 minutes left. That track's still looking pretty wet. But speaking of the 40 people, we do have 19 teams entering, and 5 of those are Sudi teams.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if we're going to be able to talk about each of all these individual teams here tonight. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of people to see, but we are going to try our best. So far out here in the wet, Jake Luther looks like he's taken the new crown, a 2:14. That's pretty interesting that in the wet, the laps are almost 20 seconds slower than in the dry. Why? Did you notice that the cones coming up to that corner are just tipped over now?
Are they?
Yeah. On a turn 1, 2, 3, turn 4, 5, the big hairpin.
Oh, yeah.
The cones on the left are just permanently knocked over. I don't know why. It's kind of upsetting.
Okay, they'll get fixed for qualifying in the race.
They don't. They're permanently tipped. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Hope nobody has OCD.
I do. Just kidding. I don't.
Nice looking Porsche. That blue one?
That is a nice looking Porsche. Is that Michael Doyen?
I
With
believe
his
so.
new and improved veterans livery? The Doyen, was he the one with the veterans livery? Doyle Heating and Plumbing? Yes, he was.
I believe so.
I'm trying to look at my timing tower here to see if I can make it less bouncy around. We've never had 40 people in a session ever. We're up to 44. Did I say that last time?
44 people in here?
This is going to be quite the season opener. This is the only time they will have to deal with rain. This is the sprint weekend, so we got a double header. Interlagos will be dry. So
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive about that. Sebring.
I heard Brazil gets really rainy though.
It does, but we are able to control the weather.
Oh.
Yes. So far, so the Pro and the AM division split is pretty interesting. Do you know why that's pretty interesting?
Why is that pretty interesting?
Because the amateurs can still fight the pros and get the points.
Ooh.
And if we look at the top numbers up there, the top 3 times so far are amateurs. And our first pro is in P4.
Wow.
No,
Wait,
I have that
sure about
backwards.
that? Yeah,
I have that backwards. That would have been really silly if that was the truth. All right, so yeah, top 3 pros, that makes sense. But then we got an amateur up there, Patricio Montevero, who we've seen last season, likes to make some moves, sometimes kind of a spicy driver. He's up there in 4th place, and he doesn't have to be shy about fighting with any of the pro people for points. He belongs there. He's going to get some points.
He is quick.
He is quick. Who do we got from OMEC who's in the pro? We got Patrick Antrell is in the pro series. Nate Sides.
Nate Sides, yep.
Bob Lindell did not make it to pro, unfortunately.
I was rooting for him.
There was a big talk in the paddock about it, but unfortunately Bob Lindell, Landon Orr, not able to advance into the pro series.
Chris Kraus.
Chris Kraus is making his debut. This is his debut race. He's been out of the game for many years. Is that it? Is that practice over?
That's practice over.
Practice is already over. It's gone too fast. I was just gonna pull Chris Kraus in. He'll just be on his out lap.
We'll make Chris do the grid walk.
Chris, you're I'm assuming you're on your out lap or your qualifying lap right now. But this is what do you mean no?
Not yet.
Well, this is your debut race after being retired for many years. How do you feel?
I'm excited. I'm so glad to be back right now. I'm really looking forward to the season and hope Checkers or Wreckers can have a good one.
Beautiful. I really want you to embrace that ethos tonight.
Thank you. I will.
Right.
I'll do my best.
Good luck with qualifying.
Thank you, Marcus.
That was Chris Kraus, Checkers or Wreckers. I believe he is. Who's he on team with? Mr. Chris
Patrick.
Kraus.
No, it's. Hang on.
Kevin Hayes. They are
that is.
Checkers or Wreckers, and they are here for the memes. Who we got out on track? With currently right now, I think, is Chris Kraus out on track yet? He is out on track. There he is. We're going on board. Cockpit view, Chris Kraus. Do you think he is on the wet tires because the speed says wet? The track does look a little slippery out there. You can see Now the key, driving in the wet, you really don't want to be on the racing line because the rubbered-in part of the track is going to be the slickest part of the track. And we know that because of the way it is. But here's Chris Kraus coming down to turn 5. The hairpin, there's those cones all messed up. Chris Kraus is going to keep on that racing line. He doesn't care if the track is slippery or not. Makes it through the hairpin, and he's going to be coming up to, you got that track back up? You know these names?
I do not know the names for Sebring. I am terribly sorry.
This is down Fangio 8 and 9. Coming up to turn 10. He's going to be hard on the brakes for this right-hander here. Going to be, of course, slippery as hell through turn 11. Is this big, long, sweeping turn right here. Really hard to get on the gas, especially when it's wet. You can see though the track's drying up. You're really going to want to stick to that dry line. And this is turn 13. This is Tower. Usually pretty speedy. I don't think we've ever seen a GT3 go this slow around here. And that is not a slight at Chris Kraus. That is a slight for the treacherous conditions that everyone participating tonight has to take part in. Look, there's another set of tipped over cones.
Oh yeah.
Where are the stewards? Where's the race control? We're going through my least favorite part of the track, those little S curves there, and through turn 16 onto the back straight. When the rain is pouring down, the back straight and the front straight are just death on this track, if I'm being honest with you.
They are. 150%.
The way the rain puddles up is nuts. And you go through Sunset. If you thought this corner was confusing as hell and made no sense in the dry, it's 10 times worse in the wet, turns out.
But Chris Kraus has it figured out, though.
He does. That was his out lap. And we're going to see if his flying lap, if he picks up any more speed. He's still sticking to the racing line. You can definitely see the track's drying up. You can see the line there. He's coming through with another speed, some more speed. We don't have anyone who's put in a lap just yet. We'll see it pop up there on the left when someone does. It's almost
spinning during his out lap or his first lap of qualifying.
Landon Orr. He was saying that it was going to be slippery. Now, do you think Landon Orr was on the dry tires?
No, I think he's on the I think he's on the wets.
There's nothing on the dash that says wet.
Does it usually say for the Porsche? Or
he's in the Ferrari.
What?
Are you okay?
Oh no,
It's gonna be a mandatory company drug test after this.
That's not funny. You don't joke like that.
We don't make jokes at OMEC. This is serious.
I had the YouTube thing going in the. So I had the YouTube instead of the stream. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
We are still on board with Chris Kraus because this is his. Oh, wait. We're gonna go see Landon Orr go off track one more time. Cannot get the rain figured out in that Ferrari. I'm almost betting he tried to wing it on dry tires.
He might have.
There's our first lap time in. Thomas Clausen, 2:14.9. I think here's where you see if someone was able to get a good time on dry tires or wet tires. Because if they were able to throw a time down on dry tires, it's definitely going to be faster than a 2:14. It would be cool if this told me the tire type.
Currently, we have an AM driver on the pole.
Rain.
And just got taken away.
Rain is the great equalizer. We're still on board with Chris Kraus. He's coming around for his first qualifying lap of his debut race back with OMEC. And we're waiting for him to slap it on pole. Here it is, Chris. I believe in you. A little shy of pole, down 21st with a 219.4, but he tried his best. Oh, we go to who's spinning? This should show me. I wish this would show me the driver info, and I wish I knew how, and I wish I would have figured it out. Number 183, this is the man in P2, Joe Evers, another newcomer. A lot of newcomers tonight. Joe Evers, this is also his first race debut, right, with OMEC? I don't believe he's been here before.
This is his first race here.
He is amateur out there on P2. Definitely going to be making a name for himself. Of course, if you are an amateur and you go out and you walk the field like Max Verstappen, you do get moved into pro. So just as a clause out there for everyone, if you see an amateur out here tonight just absolutely smoking everyone, he'll probably be in next race as a pro.
Next race or next week?
Next week.
I gotcha.
But then his points move to that division, so none of the amateurs need worry. Just looking through some of the times, still pretty close. He's only 0.2 seconds off of our P1, Bradley Elvis, who also is a newcomer. The top 3 right now. Bradley Elvis, he was here last season?
For last season, yeah.
He's going to beat me up after this race. What about Thomas Clausen?
No.
That is a good looking Audi. I like that black and white flag on the top. With the Osborne Motors banner. Appreciate it. Beautiful. Now, is he on dry tires?
Let's see.
I don't think we can see. Does the Audi say wet or dry?
I'm about to find out. No, it does not.
The world may never know. Maybe someday we will know. Here's Michael Doyen out here. And that Veterans Lightning-themed OMEC Porsche looking pretty snazzy. Coming down in there in 25th place. Switching over to Valhalla Motorsports is Chris Wells. Nope, 133. That is... Why doesn't it tell me who it is? I wish it did. Sometimes I look like a schmuck. And by sometimes, I mean all the time. But look at this man out here, Nick Terrell. This is a sight we usually do not see. He's qualifying. P9. What happened? Doesn't look like he's pushing right now. What kind of tires do you think he's on?
I think he's on... Yeah, those gotta be wets.
Do they gotta? Do we pull him in? Is he on a qualifying lap currently? I don't think he is.
Just talk to him.
Let's let him get around this corner. Nick Terrell, are you on a qualifying lap?
No, I finished my second one.
Did you qualify on wet or dry tires?
Wets.
That's all I need to know.
I told you.
I was searching for water to keep it cool going down the backstretch.
So, what made you decide to qualify tonight is the real question. Are you
A lot
feeling
of
okay?
people, and there being rain and stuff. And I got to attract a teammate too, so I got to put it out there, you know?
Oh, that's true.
There you
Nick
go.
Terrell, still looking for a teammate, everyone. He is available. Well, I'm going to let you get ready for the race.
All right.
That's
I'll
all I
try
had for you.
to- All right,
Good luck.
See you, man. Thanks.
Interesting. Now, what was it going to do? Grid walk. We might have a special treat for everyone. If I can figure it out. I'm not going to be able to figure it out. Not everyone's on the grid. We've got 30 seconds.
You ready for it?
It doesn't work. Wait. Oh. Wait for it. Wait for it. I didn't have this set up. What pit lane is this? This isn't pit lane. Where is this?
Behind you to your right.
We're doing it live. That's not pit lane either. What the hell is this? Oh, that's horrible. All right, everyone, this didn't work. We're just going to pretend like that never happened. We are going to do the grid walk. Devin, take it away. You got 40 seconds.
We got, oh my god, I have to run through this. Jake Luther went on pole with a 2:13.6. Darren Rutherford in second with a 2:14.5. Bradley Alvis with a 2:14.5. Joe Evers, 2:14.7. Carson Path, 2:14.7. Thomas Clausen, 2:14.9. Mike Braun, 2:15 flat. Tyler Anderson with a 2:15 flat as well. Nick Terrell with a 2:15.1. Pedro Montevero with a 2:15.4. Mitch Buenaventura with a fifth English 2:15.5. Bobby Flack with a 2:15.5 as well.
Yep.
Daniel Kuro in 13th. Andrew Derrick in 14th. William Alcala in 15th. Nate Sides in 16th. Scott Rister in 17th. Matthew Wyckoff in 18th. Adam Walkay in 19th. Justin Hall in 20th. Patrick Cantrell in 21st, Aaron Myers in 22nd, Skylar Gregg in 23rd, Kevin Medina in 24th, Michael Doyen in 25th, Jesse Olson in 26th, Will Coffey in 27th, Chris Krause in 28th, Tony Caicedo in 29th, Landon Orr in 30th, Daniel Hall in 31st.
We can't do it. That's bravo. We tried. Here is the green light. Everyone is off. It's slightly wet. Everyone could be on wet tires. Probably most likely they're on wet tires. Coming into turn one, we have Jake Luther, Darren Rutherford, and Bradley Alvis. We got Sudi up front, Valhalla in second, and Bradley Alvis in third. Everyone's making it through. We got a little bit of chaos there in the back. Some people on the dirt. No one has crashed yet. Surprisingly, everyone is keeping together. There's a lot of cars, and there's Patricio Montevero spun in that Audi off the track, trying to hold it together. We're up here with Tyler Anderson and the Valhalla Ferrari behind him. We got a pack. We got Nick Terrell up front fighting side by side with Joe Evers, who's down 4 spots. Looks like he had a bad start. They're going to be coming side by side into the hairpin. Looks like Nick Terrell's going to let him have it. Mitch Buenaventura behind him, and Bobby Flack in that yellow Ferrari right behind them. Everyone keeping it in a real tight group. We got Patrick Vanchel jumping into the pits. We're going to have to see what happened. Daniel Curio crashed. Nate Sides has crashed. Kevin Medina's crashed. What is happening?
Looks like the Porsche spun oh man.
We got a lot to go back through.
Yes, we do.
That was quite a hectic start. I'm going to scroll up. We got people passing everyone. Crazy things happening. Crash from Patricio Montevero. Here is Kelvin Collado? Oh, he is pretty damaged. Don't know what happened to him. Yeah, he's got something happened. Let's see what happened to Patrick Cantrell. Kind of out here in no man's land. There's a Valhalla Audi behind him. Here's Patrick. You know, I think Patrick might have been on dry tires.
Oh.
I think we might have had some people start on dry tires because that's the only reason he would have been that far back. Let's see what happened if we can get to the very beginning.
Looks like we got rain coming in. I see them clouds up there.
The rain is going to be coming in. We're back here with Patrick Cantrell. Oh man, I'm struggling. We'll have to talk to Patrick Cantrell, write him down. We're going to have to talk to him after the race. We had a crash from Daniel Curio. Looks like a Sudi driver going through the S's there after the hairpin. Audi's getting loose tonight, and that is just causing a pileup. You got Valhalla behind him, a Sudi BMW, 3 cars off in the grass. Oh my goodness. What utter chaos he has caused. Is that Nate Sides caught up in that too? Yeah, that's Nate Sides in that Audi. Was that Nate Sides that spun?
Says he can
Oh,
play
the
for it.
Sudi got into the back of Nate Sides. that will definitely be one for the stewards to look at afterwards. We got Kevin Medina, who was involved in this. He was the Sudi BMW. You'll see after that, Porsche got into the back and Nate Seitz spun him. Kevin Medina was unable to get stopped in time into the back of one of his several teammates. And you can just see the chaos unfolding. We got everyone caught up over there on the left. What a start. We'll go back to the front. Who do we have? Who made it through the records? Jake Luther out front, running away with it. He is a full 2 seconds behind Darren Rutherford in P2. Trying his best out there in the Lambie. And then behind them, we got a little group of Bradley Alvis, Mike Braun.
Big spin from Charles Rhodes.
What?
Big spin from Charles Rhodes.
Charles Rhodes. Charles Rhodes in the Ferrari. Also his debut race with us this season. Oh, whoops. What was that? Hold on, everybody. Did he brake early, or was the person behind him just on a... Skylar Gregg. No, that's not what I want. Oh, we're gonna get there. I'm terrible at my job. Devin, why am I terrible at my job? Here's Skylar Gregg coming in the back. He is on wet tires.
It looks like he was braking for Derek Fautre.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna. That's the corner you don't really brake at. You kind of go.
I tested this track in the wets. You kind of do need to brake for it.
He was
it's interesting.
Poor Charles Rhodes. His first raid out with us. Oh yeah, you definitely. Well, yeah, you wouldn't brake right there. But he was slowing down for the car in front of him, and unfortunately, just got caught in the pileup, slowing down for.
Man.
Yeah, that was bad. Poor Charles Rhodes.
Real bad.
We got Matthew Wyckoff making a pass on William Alcala.
He's gonna have some whiplash after that one.
He is gonna have some whiplash after that one. Matthew Wyckoff in the Valhalla Lamborghini, getting around Alcala in that Porsche, no problem. What do we got up front? We got Adam Wake, just made a pass on Joe Evers.
Looks like we have Jake Luther in the lead right now with Carson Path in the lead for the amateur class.
Carson Path, another newcomer to the league, making a good showing tonight. Got some battles.
He's only 6 seconds off the leader of the pro class.
Yeah, and he's ahead of quite a few pros.
Exactly.
We got back here, battle for 6. We got Tyler Anderson fighting Carson Path. Tyler Anderson is a pro in that Valhalla Ferrari, all over the back of Carson Path on that Porsche, coming up to turn 1. Now this track is going to be drying out a little bit. I would say people are going to be getting a little more confidence, but then the rain will be coming soon. Here's Tyler Anderson. If you're going to be wanting to make a pass, you're going to want to get that pass made before the rain comes. There goes Carson Path. Back end gets loose on that Porsche, and that is Tyler's key pass.
That's the leader for amateurs.
That is. Porsche going to do Porsche things, unfortunately. Let's see if he got around it without any damage. Gets the spin, holds the brakes, hopes everyone gets around him. Doesn't know what to do, tries to spin it around. Almost gets it in the wall. Tries now back into traffic. Kicks some dirt out there on the track. Completes his 20-point turn, and he is back in the race.
I'm surprised Charles Rhodes is still out there with all that damage.
Did he not pit?
He did not.
Charles Rhodes. It still looks like he's ticking right along. Does he have a lot of damage on the back? It's a little crinkled.
On the rear, it's pretty messed up. It looks like he has some rear wheel damage. He's getting sideways in every corner.
Yeah, he's out there running 223s. That is going to hurt him a little bit. Hopefully he can pull that back together. We got Patrick Cantrell.
Big spin from Derek Fautre.
Patrick Cantrell left the pits and then jumped to the pits. for his pro debut tonight. Patrick Cantrell is having all sorts of problems. He's turned the wheel back and forth. Maybe he's a hardware issue.
Douglas Jerome gets in the side of Derek Fautre.
Just now?
Just now.
There is so much to keep track of. We are on Charles Roads. He's getting loose again. Thomas Clausen making a pass on Mike Braun for P4. Coming into turn 1. Gets the pass done on the outside. Audi v Audi. That's my rig metal Audi that I was excited to see. Keeps it too wide through turn 1. Coming down. Brakes just late enough to get it through turns 2 and 3. That was a beautiful pass by our man Thomas Clausen. Mike Braun, definitely a league contender last season. It's nice to see someone out there giving him something to fight for. He's up there, the top 5, or P3, 4, 5 all together. We got a lot of good mid-pack battles going on. There's all sorts of stuff going on in this race. Nick Terrell, who did not start at the back, qualified 9th. He's up 2 positions, has only managed to fight his way up into P7th. Behind him, newcomer Bobby Flack in that yellow Ferrari. Rear end's getting real loose coming through there, and that's going to let Andrew, with a last name I can't pronounce, going to get through him. And then you got Mitch Buenaventura behind him. Mitch Buenaventura, known to not mess around, a long-time rivalry with Tony Casito, the newest OMEC sim racing team member. We got a crash from Will Coffey. Will Coffey coming up here in the Ferrari. Back and gets loose in the Ferrari. There's a lot of chaos tonight, a lot of carnage. Everyone gets around him. He kept it out, kept the damage though, and that's good to see. Mitch Buenaventura on the inside of Andrew. How do you think you say his name? Gajardic.
That sounds way better than I said it earlier.
Patrick Cantrell leaving the pits again. Patrick Cantrell trying to leave the pits. We're not sure what's happening to him. Karsten Path, unfortunately, had another crash. We're coming into Sunset. Ooh, looks like that was someone in front of him in the Mercedes hitting the wall and might have had Karsten. Ooh, backs into traffic. Stop! Goes full. Oh, no.
Sudi versus Sudi violence.
That was Sudi on Sudi violence. That was hard to watch.
He's gonna have some words for himself.
Yeah, that was Kevin Medina. Is Kevin and Karsten on the same Sudi team?
I'm not sure if they're on the same team, but I know that they're both Sudi.
Oh, I think they're on the same team. I think they're saying both green. We should look it up.
Give me 2 seconds.
Give me 3 seconds.
God, we don't need a little bit more than 3 seconds. I hate to break it to you.
Well, 3
I'm
seconds.
not that good at my job.
That was some Sudi on Sudi violence. Speaking of Tony Casito and Mitch Buenaventura, villain arc, here is Tony Casito in that yellow Porsche. Just a little too late on the brakes, and we do have some rain coming down, if you notice, so things are going to be getting a lot slipperier. We have had some people in the pits, maybe some people getting on some wet tires. We still have 17 minutes left in this extremely chaotic race. We had Landon Orr make us pass on Scott Rister, and then Scott Rister crashed. Ooh, that's Scott Rister just spinning in front of him a little bit there. In that Ferrari on Ferrari. Rear end getting loose. Ferrari did not like it. Ferrari's not doing good in the rain tonight. Patrick Cantrell's past Chris Wells for P44. Was it a crash? Was it a real pass? Coming into Sunset. Sunset is scary in the rain. We're going to start seeing the spray come up from this stuff too. We could go aboard. Jake Luther putting on a masterclass from everyone on the Gold Sudi team. Doing his best. That back end is getting a little squirrely. I'm wondering if... I don't know if he would have been on dry tires or not. I don't think so. The Porsche says it though. Yeah, Porsche's on wet tires. There's that beautiful rain. Behind him, Darren Rutherford, 6 seconds back. Jake Luther is in a class of his own. And then for the battle of third and fourth, we have Bradley Alvis and Mike Braun. Looks like Mike Braun had fought his way back past Thomas Clausen and is now looking down Bradley Alvis for third place. We got quite the group there, but Thomas Clausen is all over the back of Mike Braun. If we on cockpit view and see this, I see the spray. They did update the brake lights so you can actually see him a little bit. But it still gets pretty bad as we go through the S-curves here onto the back straight. As the rain kicks in, you see that spray there. It is pretty hard to see anything. That's a lot better though since the update. You can actually see the brake lights now. Coming into Sunset, you don't really know where to brake though. All over the back of Mike Braun. Who can get the better exit? It's super slippery right here, going through the bumps. Trying to keep the traction down, looking to make a run, maybe poke his nose up on the inside a little bit. We do have a crash from Will Coffey that we're going to take a look at. I believe that's Will Coffey in the Williams Ferrari. Trying to brake late on the inside, got the BMW on the outside, and that Ferrari back end goes around. It was unfortunate. Another crash from Nate Sides in the Audi. It is getting rainier out there. Chasing down the back, another Audi v Audi, gets pinched a little bit. That was a kind of a weird braking line from the person in front of him. On Valhalla Motorsports there, a broken kind of a diagonal, probably taking the rain line, but pinched Nate Sides there. Knocked him off, and then he's just a little bit frustrated, gets on the gravel. He's back in the race. We're back here on board with Thomas Clausen, still behind Mike Braun. Behind him is Tyler Anderson in that Ferrari. Another 6 seconds behind him. The battle third through six is still anyone's race at this moment.
Derek Fautre seems to be having some issues back in where he's at.
Is that the technical term?
I don't think that's the technical term.
What place is he in? Is he in the... Where's the...
He's in 43rd. He started in 42nd, though. So he's really not doing too bad.
Derek Fautre is in 42nd.
No, he's in 43rd.
He's 100% in 42nd. And...
there's another spin.
Dip those back tires in the grass coming on the braking line. That's going to get you another crash from Charles Rhodes as well. Has that Barbie Ferrari behind him. Looking pretty intimidating. Charles Rhodes still... Ooh, that was a weird snap. I'm assuming that's still from the damage. Hasn't came in, taken his fast repair yet. Nope, his back end is still crinkled. Charles Rhodes, please take your fast repair. I believe in you. Mike Braun made a pass on Darren Rutherford for P2. Mike Braun, that purple Audi, coming through Sunset. Oh, P2 looks like he just got loose. That was a Darren Rutherford. Unfortunate. Darren Rutherford knocked down P2 down to P4. Mike Braun making his way back up to P2. Hopefully. Do you think he's about to close that 10-second gap? Jake Luther? 9-second now?
Jake Luther with a 9-second gap to who?
Mike Braun.
Ooh,
The
that's going to be a good fight.
The battle 2, 3rd, and 4th is still. They have not separated. He's still got Thomas Clausen all over the back of him, and Thomas Clausen has passed him once. He will probably do it again.
It seems like you have a request in the YouTube chat.
What is that? I don't have it open.
Looks like Jack Gruby says, "Can you shout me out, Marcus?"
Jack Ruby, I'm shouting you out. I don't know who you are, but keep doing what you're doing. We got the front back up here. Bradley Elvis, followed by Nick Terrell. 7 seconds off P6, off that front pack, and he is fighting off Andrew Gajardik, Mitch Buenaventura, Bobby Flack, and Matthew Wyckoff is the next little group in the middle, and there is a car off in front of them. That was Charles Rhodes off again. Charles Rhodes not having a good time for his opening track. How is Chris Krausman doing? He is out here in 28th place. His last lap time was a 2:22. Where does that put him for all the amateurs? What place is he in? You're supposed to know this. I'm putting you on the spot.
Who am I looking for?
Chris Kraus, what place is he in for the amateurs? Our
For the
debut,
amateurs,
our Fernando Alonso.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's in 12th currently.
Chris Kraus in 12th.
He started in 28th.
amateurs
He's
at?
still in 28th. He's holding it down.
He is holding it down. Didn't improve, didn't get worse. I'm here for it. William Alcala, newcomer. He is about 10 seconds off that group of Nick Terrell and those guys. Coming through turn 1 there, getting passed by Aaron Myers in that Valhalla Ferrari. Good looking pass. Is he going to have an answer for it coming in turns 2 and 3? I don't think so. Aaron Myers not having any trouble getting that Ferrari around the track. Tony Casito looking to catch up to the back of William Alcala. William Alcala the third. Andrew Gajardik makes a pass on Nick Terrell for P7. There's Nick Terrell on the inside. Oh, that was beautiful. Maybe a little touch on the way out, but that's two racers giving each other room. Respectful racing. That was a good move there, and that is Nick Terrell still all over the back of him. If you know anything, he's not going to give him. They're coming sideways through that corner. They get a little loose. That's a cool camera shot.
That is cool.
That was
Patrick will like that one for when he takes those pictures.
That was an amazing camera shot. They all need to be that good. We did get a crash from Douglas Jerem in that Barbie Ferrari. Coming around that sketchy corner, coming up to Tower. Does look like he has a little damage on that.
Looks like we have
Just-
about 10 minutes left of racing, don't we?
10 minutes left. I don't think the rain is showing any signs of stopping. We got Tony Casito has caught up to the back of William Alcala. Still looking to make a move, but we did get a crash from Shane Brown. The Sudi Mercedes looks like he's neck and neck with Michael Doyen coming up to the hairpin. Tries to get Lake on the braking and just can't make it work. Misses braking point in the grass, and that lets Michael Doyen get ahead of him.
Do you think we're going to be seeing a lot more bright colored paints with all these rain races we have lined up?
We might.
Making them more
We don't-
visible?
We don't have that many rain races lined up, though, unfortunately. There will only be 3 weeks of rain in this season, but Michael Doyen, after holding it together, did end up going off track. But still kept it ahead of Shane Brown. And that's all that matters. Patrick Cantrell made a pass on Will Coffey for P43. I think because Will Coffey was in the pits. William Alcala passed Tony Casito. That means Tony Casito did make a pass on William Alcala. Looks like this is coming through Sunset. Keeps that tight inside the line, which is tricky in the rain. And that's going to be a drag race down the front straight. That's a lot of spray. You can't really see shit. Gets a good run coming into turn 1. Still taking the racing line. William Alcala going to stick it up the inside. Looks like Tony Casito keeps it in front of him through turn 1, but they're still neck and neck, side by side, coming down through this tight technical complex to turns 2 and 3 right here. Tony's on the outside, puts him at a disadvantage, and that lets William get in front of him. Tony tries to go for the old switcheroo, stick his nose up on the inside, and doesn't quite have the speed, and that lets William Alcala get in front of him. That was a good piece of racing right there. Tony Casito is still behind him. We got definitely some more passes being made. We got Landon Orr, I think, making his way through the field, passing Jesse Olson for a P22. Looks like Jesse Olson went off the track there. That looks like Bob Lindell of the Slomek team up there. Landon Orr gets a little loose, gets on the grass, gets it back on the pavement, tries to keep it straightened out, and that's where Adam Waukay, it gets around him kind of scarily through that part of the track. You just see those Ferraris, the back end just slide out like crazy on that corner.
It's just a Ferrari thing.
It's just a Ferrari thing. Tony Casito sticking his nose in, coming into Sunset. He is not done with this fight with William Alcala. He's going to try to stick it on that inside line like he did before. We're on board with Tony Casito. Not quite enough grip to get a good run out. Back end slipping out just a little bit. And here is a really good view of how much you can see. You can't see anything except the brake lights. Coming up to turn 1, where's the brake marker? Nobody really knows. Brakes on the outside, tries to stick it around the inside. William Alcala taking it wide. Coming down into turns 2 and 3. William Alcala, defensive line or rain line, don't really know, but in front of them they got a Barbie Ferrari that's making some chaos. William Alcala has to slow down for that. Tony Casito sticking his nose in. This is going to be his chance to try to make a move. Couldn't quite get the grip down, doesn't make it, can't get the move made. I can talk, English is hard. William Alcala breaking off the drive, both breaking off the wet line. Tony Casito out there fighting for everything he's got. Chris Kraus made a pass on Matt Markley for P26. Chris Kraus on the outside of Sunset, looks like just outbraked Mr. Matt Markley there, going on the wide line. Matt Markley still holding him to it on the inside, side by side through Sunset, but looks like Chris Kraus is just going to be able to out-drag him just enough on that finish straight. Does he take a defensive line? Matt Markley still keeping it right down the inside. Chris Kraus swinging it on the outside. Matt Markley getting a little loose under the braking there. Thought he was going to take him out for a second. Back on board, Tony Casito, can't see anything. Mauricio Marquez Ramos did crash in that gold BMW. That's one of my favorite liveries. Coming down to the hairpin with the OCD cones. I think he just braked a little too late. That's what happens. Oh, we got a lot more crashes after this. Crash from Landon Orr. Same place. Oh, that's coming into Tower, I believe. Late on the brakes. Matt Markley and Chris Kraus. Matt Markley ended up getting back around Chris Kraus. He was behind him, coming into the hairpin, just braked a little too late, and that lets Chris Kraus get back around. The patience. Another crash from Mauricio. A lot of people passing him. Here's this quick little double right-hander. There's a big puddle of water on that outside, and that makes his tires get loose, and he is directly to the wall. Lets the car roll off in the grass. If we had a safety car, that would trigger it. Back up front, just checking on Jake Luther. Look who is closing the gap on him. We got Mike Braun 4.3 seconds away, and we only have a minute left of this race. You think Mike Braun's going to be able to do it?
He might. I think he has it in him, but 5 seconds gap.
3.7.
I think it's gonna be tough in the rain.
3.7.
3.7.
3.7.
Where am I getting these numbers, man?
I don't know. Mitch Buenaventura all over the back of Nick Terrell. 26 seconds. Maybe he'll make a move. We got Tyler S. Anderson and Bradley Alvis. Only 0.8 seconds behind P3. Not only is Mike Braun hunting down Jake Luther, but he still has Thomas Clausen behind him. Thomas Clausen's Audi looking a little beat up, like it's been through hell this entire race. Livery still looks good. Hoping to cash in for a P2 there. Our rookie we were singing the praises of, Karsten Path. Coming through turn 1, hits that puddle of water there on the outside, gets in the dirt, loses control, Porsche does Porsche stuff, swings around. Stops the pileup from happening that time, though. Is this the final lap?
This should be the final lap.
Mike Braun is only 1.6 seconds behind Jake Luther. Mike Braun is on something else. If this is the final lap,
I believe this
he's
is the
making a
final
move.
lap.
Coming through the hairpin. We're going to go on board with Mike Braun, who still has Thomas Clausen right all over the back of him. I can't believe he's taking the gap down. Where's Jake Luther? Mike Braun. 0.9 seconds. Luckily, we'll get to interview both of them at the end of this race. Neck and neck at the final sector of the track, coming up to Tower. Very tricky braking. Something is happening to Jake Luther. He is braking very slow. Mike Braun almost running in the back of him. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to get first place. If he can make it through, there's that puddle on the outside. Hopefully it doesn't get him like Mauricio did. Through this tricky... You cannot see a thing. The spray is crazy. Or through this tricky technical section here. Mike Braun hoping to get a good run up the back straight. Jake Luther took a way different line. And the Porsche has excellent grip in the rain, though. But here's Mike Braun. He's in the draft. He is hopefully making a move. Sticks his nose to the inside. Jake Luther lets him have it.
Man.
Jake Luther's out of gas. Jake Luther's out of gas. He's tumbling down the line. There, Thomas Clausen passes him. Darren Rutherford is not going to be able to get around him. He's going to hold on to third. But that was his car checking. He is out of gas. There goes Mike Braun for P1. Thomas Clausen for P2. And an amazing upset. Jake Luther all the way down, running out of gas. P3. Behind him, Darren Rutherford and that Valhalla Lamborghini for P5. Bradley Alvis up there with Tyler Anderson right on his back for 5th and 6th. Andrew Gujardik in 7th. Nick Terrell up in 8th place. Only up 1 point from qualifying. That was a tough race for him. Mitch Buenaventura, P9, and Bobby Flack rounding out your top 10.
Wow.
That was a crazy race. There was lots happening in that race. I think we covered about 20% of the action that happened this race. There was so much to talk about. We had 45 drivers out at Sebring tonight. They battled the rain in setups that are not optimal for them. Let's see if we can get Mike Braun. Mike Braun, he's here in the waiting room. We're going to do him first. Mike Braun, congratulations on P1 on the season opener.
Thank you, man. That was a surprise.
Yeah, what an upset. I didn't know what was happening. Jake Luther went on board and saw he was sputtering out of fuel. So
yeah, I as soon as we started, I was saving fuel, and I had a great battle with Thomas there for a while, and And then towards the end, I started reeling in Jake, and I was figured he didn't save very much, and he kept teetering between one more extra lap and not. So I think he tried to back off a little bit extra, and just didn't work out for him tonight.
Yeah, I was for sure he was just going to run away with it, but I suppose it comes down to fuel saving. That was how did you like these cars in the rain tonight?
They are a different breed. It's a completely different driving style. You really have to back the corner way up. You really have to be, eggshells under your shoes to try to make it around some of these turns. But I mean, as you can tell, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it's definitely something different. It looked like the Ferraris were the ones that struggled the most out there tonight. I think the Audi was pretty good. I think when I was testing, the Porsche kind of seemed like a cheat code, honestly.
Porsche always seems like a cheat code with high downforce.
Yeah, that's what happens. Well, congratulations on P1. Hopefully, we'll be here to talk to you again after Interlagos.
Awesome. Thanks, Marcus.
Yeah, see ya. We got
Jake
Luther. There he is. Devin Adams, take it away.
Jake Luther, awesome performance tonight, man.
Thanks, guys. How's it going?
It's going all right. How you feeling after that race?
Yeah, pretty good. I didn't think fuel was going to be an issue from the rain, but clearly it was.
I could not believe it when we were going, because I was like, "What?" I was like, "Do you think Mike Braun is going to be able to close that gap?" Probably not. And then I look away for a couple of laps, and all of a sudden he's a second behind you, and I couldn't believe it was happening. Go on board with you, and I hear the car sputtering. It was honestly kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I'm surprised. This is like the first. Well, I did like 30 minutes of practice in the rain, but I haven't done heavy rain before, so I'm not disappointed with it. And honestly, it makes for a fun finish. So that's Mike Braun had some serious pace in the rain too. So
He does.
Yeah.
He was a big contender last season.
Had another question for you. How did you feel about getting through all that traffic in the beginning of the race? It was a
It's
pretty
really
big pileup.
sketchy in the rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really hard too to get a pass down. Like, I'm sure they want to let me by, but also can't judge if they're going to overshoot the braking because it's so easy in the rain. So, yeah, I don't really want to go alongside that hard, and then you have all the spray to throw another little wrench in the mix. So I was just trying to buy my time and take it easy and just give some clear space to everyone. And it worked out really well from my end, hopefully everywhere else. But
Well, it seems like it obviously worked out pretty well for you tonight. You practicing for the Daytona Sebring 12-hour?
I haven't yet. I really should, but I will be partaking. I don't know what car yet.
Okay. I kind of figured you had a little bit of practice under your belt with how well you did tonight.
I'm genuinely surprised. I think the wet weather helped. I think we'll see it with Interlagos. I don't think I'll do so well in the dry, so we'll see how that goes.
I got you. That's all I have for you, unless Marcus has something else for you.
That's all I got. Good driving. Maybe we'll talk to you after Interlagos.
Again, congratulations. And it looks like Derek Fautre wants an interview.
Yeah, Derek Fautre. What's up?
Well, it was not a good race for me. That was the first race I've ever done in the rain. I did not have my windshield wiper bound, so as soon as I got behind a car, it was lights out for me.
Oh, no.
And it was hard to keep the car on the track, but hopefully next time we'll do better.
Yeah, you got Interlagos coming up, and that's a dry track. How you feeling about that?
Not good. So
Not good.
probably same result. We'll probably be talking again. So
Listen, you got the BMW. It's got the boost pressure and the elevation thing. You got the car for Interlagos, I'm telling you.
We'll see what
Interlagos
happens.
is 800 meters above sea level.
Yeah, exactly. My boy with the fun facts.
That's 2,624 feet, by the way.
Well, I don't know if we got you on the broadcast a lot because there was so much chaos going on, but
I was in the back. Don't worry about it.
definitely there was a lot going on. So hopefully we'll see how you do at Interlagos. Maybe
Sounds
we'll be
good.
talking to you for P1.
Maybe, probably not. All right.
All right,
Thanks,
later.
guys.
All right, well, that's Sebring. Do you think we should be doing P1 and P2 interviews for amateur and pro?
That
Who
would
got-
be interesting.
Who got P1 and pro and amateur?
Oh, I'd have to look.
Let's see. Who I don't know why it doesn't show me car numbers. That's so upsetting. Remember when I complained about this all last season and I didn't fix it?
Yep.
I remember. We're gonna find this out. Dead air. Mike Braun. He's obviously a pro. Thomas Clausen was a pro. Luther is a pro. Ruthford was a pro. Alvis was a pro. I'm a professional. Anderson's a pro.
I'm a professional.
Nick Terrell, of course, he's a pro. Buenaventura, he is an amateur. Buenaventura, is he even in the Discord?
It does not look like he is in right now.
I'm gonna tag him. Who got P2? Bobby Flack was a pro. Wyckoff pro.
I'm going to step away for just a minute.
You step away. Tony Casito was our P2 in the amateur class. We're gonna see. Bear with me, folks. We're gonna see if we can get P1, P2 in the amateur class for an interview if they want. We will see if they hop into the booth here. I've sent out the ping. I've sent out the call. Power Rangers assemble. Planet Earth. Whatever you want to do. He says sure. There he is. Oh, he's not there. Wrong one. There he is. Tony Casito. P2 for the amateur division. We were interviewing P1, P2, and I realized, I mean, you got second place in your class. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the strongest showing I think I've ever had in OMEC so far, and I think I only ended with maybe one incident point. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that went. Great start to the season, so I'm really excited, especially considering the conditions, you know.
And you were battling William Alcala there at the end.
Oh yeah, no, that was,
who is a pro.
That was great.
So, battling outside your class, still gets second. Your arch nemesis, Mitch Buenaventura, did, however, pull first in class away from you.
He did. I gotta give it to Mitch, man. He is just remarkably fast. I mean, he really picked up the pace from last season.
I mean, listen, he's not here. You don't have to talk that good about him.
All right, well, in that case, no.
All
all jokes.
All right, yeah, totally. Well, you gonna be sticking with the Porsche all season?
Oh yeah, this is my go-to. I absolutely love how this car feels. So,
Isn't it
looking
against the
forward
rules
to
to swap now?
You get
Oh,
1
is it?
week. You can change after the first week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if we let everyone have a little bit of mercy, if you absolutely hate it, we're gonna let you change
I got
once. After
I
the
got
first
it. My
week, though,
fault.
next race, everyone's locked in. But Tony does seem like a Porsche guy.
Hey, I'm the sporting code connoisseur, not the OMEC rules connoisseur.
That's true. Devin Adams has a tenuous grasp on reality, as it is. All right, well, that was maybe we'll interview again Interlagos. It's a dry race, giving everyone a break, so we'll see what you could do.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Looking forward to it.
All right, good luck.
Thank.
All right, we're going to take a short intermission. Otherwise, Devin Adams will have a mental breakdown. It's a tough
It's not
job
good.
for him.
It's not good.
It's not good. So we'll be back. We get everything opened up. Be back hopefully in 5-10ish minutes. We'll see you then. And we're back. We're here. We hopped on the OMEC private jet. We flew that bad boy all the way to Brazil to see Nate Sides get absolutely wrecked. And my co-host Devin Adams has just landed. He's about 6 beers deep and almost crashed the plane. But
Okay, not that many.
how was that landing, buddy?
It was not good. It was not good at all.
It was
Pilot didn't know how to fly.
that air over the Gulf of Mexico was real turbulent this time of year.
I don't know
Tell
if
you
you
what.
can blame it on the environment, but my pilot he needs a couple more hours in a.
You're the pilot.
I am not the
flew.
pilot.
You
I did
you
not
flew
fly.
the plane.
No.
You're here.
I was just a co-pilot.
Well, that was a very eventful race in Sebring. What's your takeaway from Sebring?
Sebring was pretty fun to watch. There was a lot of spinning due to the rain. I don't think that's going to happen this race, but it was still great to watch.
Do you think there's gonna be some complaints about those setups?
Maybe just because I don't think we can mess around with traction control or ABS.
Do you, as Devin Adams, think we should run wet ABS and traction control all season? Even
All
on dry
season?
tracks?
Definitely not. Definitely
But
not.
then it would be safe for the rain.
That is true, but
It is
I don't
true.
think that's the best idea for everybody.
Well, I will defer everyone to you. We do have 3 less people in this race. Hopefully they will show up. Do we have Chris Kraus? We didn't do a lot of driver interviews last race because it was just so hectic. But we got practice. Pull someone in. Who haven't we talked to yet? Or do you wanna? Let's talk to the sauce.
Would like to have a conversation with him.
Oh, if I can do it. Where'd he go? He just
You
leave?
watch your mouth. Yeah, he leaves
Oh,
in
it's-
between.
There's
there he is.
the sauce. Hello. Oh, he's not here. This was his only chance.
He's got to be here.
Charles the Sauce wrote, when you watch this broadcast, I want you to know this was your only chance for an interview. You were here, and you're gone.
I was
Oh,
last. I didn't think I
there
was
he is,
last.
there he is, there he is. No, you're not last. We just pulled you in. How was that race?
Oh,
How was your debut race with
very
OMEC?
difficult.
You said very difficult.
Yes, very difficult. The rain, I was not expecting it to be that crazy. I knew it was going to be crazy. I didn't think it was going to be that nuts.
Was that the first time you ever driven in the rain?
Yes, I mean I did a practice session before then, but I guess I didn't have it on as harsh as it was during the race.
That is what heavy rain will do to a man, right there.
Yeah,
It was not heavy rain in the race.
It was not.
it was
No.
moderate.
Yeah, moderate.
Okay, now I'm scared for Sebring.
So yeah, I had it on low rain or something like that. I didn't even have it on moderate.
That'll get you. I have a question. Did you use your fast repair?
No, I did not.
Oh, I was screaming at you on the broadcast to use your fast repair because you just kept spinning around with that. Was it the damage or was it the rain?
It was probably a good mix of both. I didn't know how much damage I had, but I was hoping it wasn't enough to where I had to stop and make a pit stop, even though I ended up getting 3 black flags.
That's a lot of black flags.
Yeah.
You
But
were
that was
gonna be
probably
upset.
because of the mix of the rain and the damage that kept on setting me off.
Gotcha. Well, we are gonna pop you back into the horde, but you're here, your first debut dry race, so hopefully it goes better for
Way
you.
more confident for this one.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
He almost missed out on his 15 minutes of fame.
15 seconds of fame, yeah.
No, that was 15 minutes.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
How was oh, here. Oh, there is Chris Kraus. Hey, buddy. He's not here either. Next.
He's got to be here.
Next. Next.
Oh yeah, he's not even driving.
Lananor, you're next.
Hey,
Hey, you're here. How was Sebring?
it was fun. It was hard, but it was a lot of fun.
Are you gonna keep the Ferrari?
I am. I am feeling much more at home with the Ferrari, so I'm going to stick with it again this season.
I think the Ferrari was the worst in the rain from what I could see.
It was rough. It's the end of it, just trying to find the line, man. I felt the beginning was okay, but near the end I had no idea. I was just guessing every time I went to sunset.
All right, well, we're going to let you get back for your qualifying at Interlagos. It's nice and dry, so go enjoy that weather.
Will do. Thank you, sir.
Very warm, too.
Is it warm? What's the temperature?
I mean, it's only 78 degrees, but compared to where it's at, or where we're at right now?
That's perfect racing temperature.
Exactly.
Oh, we didn't even talk to Patrick Cantrell.
Pull him in here.
He's not. He doesn't drive and talk.
Doug.
There's no pulling in. We got the first person out on the track. Jesse Olsen.
Let's pull Bob in here. Good old push crash.
You pull Bob in while we go.
I do not have permission to pull Bob in.
Oh, because he's an admin.
No, it's because he's in the voice channels or in the league racing one. If he was in waiting room, I could. Bob Lindell.
Hello.
Number 777 Porsche.
Yeah, it's sporting the 777 now, so see how that works.
How'd you feel about last race?
You know, I was pretty happy with that race. I was just kind of plugged away at it, stayed safe in the wet, watched everybody else flipping off around me, and just kind of stayed in my groove.
That's how it should be in those rain races. I feel like if you keep all 4 tires on your track, guaranteed top 10.
Yeah. Keep that the less shiny side down.
Exactly. What'd you feel about the... Oh, Marcus, you have something?
I was just about to say that Bob's going around his final corner, so he probably wants to do his flying lap.
Oh, I can talk. This is ovals top. That's the thing I learned about in ovals now.
We're
Check it
on
out.
board. We're on board with Bob Lindell right now on his first flying lap. Here he comes.
All right.
Cross star finish, coming up to turn 1. Talk us through the lap, Bob.
All right, so you're coming up here, you're going on a brake place right after this 50 board, and you're really going to want to get on. Take this one exceptionally wide so you can cut down close here. That means you can keep power on as you stay real close on the inside of this one. Now, as you're flying around, this is when your talking starts catching up with you, and you start making mistakes. You start thinking about this corner in front of you and how you're going to fly off it with everybody watching. But you are going to want to get on the brakes right at that little walk path all the way down in. Swing that front end around. Power on the outside and getting off track. All right, Bob. That's the end. I'm exhausted now, you guys. I'm going to totally have to just park it for the rest of the race.
You're taking my spot next race, right?
Yeah,
that was wonderful.
That was real good. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was really good.
Oh, I'm telling you, I'm taking a nap.
Well,
Patrick, bring us home.
Hear me out. Every other week we'll swap, but we'll share points. You know?
Yeah, sure. We'll just share it. We'll share a car. Love it.
Yeah, there you go.
You work it out with the admins.
I think that's fair.
All right, I got to take this one in peace.
Yeah, you do it. We'll let you go. Goodbye.
Have fun, guys.
Oh, we will.
That was Bob Lindell on the spot.
That was beautiful. I'm impressed. I don't know about you, but I am impressed.
We're going to stick with him again and see if he can put together this final push lap for him. It is only 2 laps. He's cutting that pit lane like a pro. Coming up here to the start finish. He's got his tires good and warmed up now. Again, he's going to break the 50, just like he said.
Just after the 50.
Just after the 50. Really gets late on the brakes. Kind of hesitant on the throttle. Couldn't quite commit fully through there. Had to lift. I don't know. We can see. We can see if he got an off track. Oh, it doesn't tell me because he's not up on the board. We're going to pretend like it wasn't. He braked there. He's still in it, put to the floor. It does not get an off track right there currently. Coming around here, I don't know the names to any of these corners. Do you?
They're probably in Spanish, and I can barely speak English.
Brazilian people don't speak Spanish, you insensitive
Oh,
person.
no.
They speak
I'm
Portuguese.
I'm going to get canceled.
I hope that's correct. I hope they actually speak Portuguese. I'm pretty sure they do.
Brazil national language. You are correct.
Yeah,
I'm getting canceled.
That's right. Now here's Bob. He's coming through. That was turn 10. Coming around turn 11, which should be flat in a high downforce car. He does keep it flat, then you gotta get really late on the brakes here. Turn 12, you're really gonna commit. You really want to cut that curb, and then run it out as wide as possible. And here is turns 13 and 14, which is N15, which is actually just the final straight. You want to keep it on the inside as much as possible. Really cut the pit lane. Bob's not taking that many chances. He's gonna keep that wide line. And does he get a time up on the board? Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. 26th, 136. Because he didn't have that turbo BMW to help him up the front.
Like Derek Fautre, BMW.
BMW's not at the front. Ferrari's at the front.
I'm really not surprised. With that rear engine, it really helps you turn in off of this track, I feel like. And this track is very short. It's the exact opposite of Sebring, actually. Lots of banked corners, high elevation, lots of elevation change. It's basically an oval.
Give me an Interlagos fun fact.
Oh, you want an Interlagos fun fact?
I want Interlagos fun fact.
Did you know
Wait.
that Interlagos... Oh, go ahead.
Do you know what Interlagos means?
I have no idea. Please tell me.
In between the lakes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you in the middle of the track, there's lakes.
Did you know that this track has been around before World War II?
I did not.
Just like Sebring.
What side was Brazil on in World War II?
Yes.
Really stumped you with that.
I honestly have no idea.
They weren't in World War II, but we'll go past that.
Interlagos has gone through 5 different layout changes since in its long history. Did you know that?
The OG layout was an amazing layout.
I agree.
It went back and forth on itself so many times. I believe it actually did like go next to some lakes. If you look at the one
in the middle?
Yeah, if you look at the one that does overlay like versus the past one, if you're on the same Wikipedia page I am, it shows it. It's pretty crazy. It used to be called Autodromo de Interlagos.
Yep.
But now it's Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace. Who's Jose Carlos?
He makes tequila, I thought.
That's Cuervo, but you know.
Oh.
You know, we're trying.
Basically the same person.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. Interlagos has one of the longest pit lanes ever used in Formula One.
Yes, it does. Did you know that Alan Prost has the most wins out of any F1 driver at Interlagos?
I did.
Do you know how many wins he has?
72.
6.
That's a lot of wins.
That is a lot of wins at one track.
That's a lot of wins.
That's almost Max Verstappen level.
Almost?
Almost.
Max Verstappen's got a lot of wins. Actually, I'm pretty sure he doesn't win it. Like, the past 3 seasons, I think he won at this track. But before that, I don't think he did. I think it was either Red Bull or Mercedes. Like, this track is their weak track. And like Ferrari or Williams or something will pull out a win. I don't know. Anyone who actually watches F1 is going to roast me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know absolutely nothing about F1. I hate to break to you.
As usual, last guy on the track, Nick Tyrrell, just cruising around.
He likes having fun.
What's going on? Why is Chris in his own secret chat? Did we talk to Chris? Did we talk to Nick? What was that? This is not a rallycross car. Rallycross car.
What's going on, man? I saw some weeds I had to clear out so I can get some better visibility later.
I mean, that does make sense. Feeling good about Interlagos?
I don't know where some pace is. I need to find it.
You do have the non-turbo car here, so you're at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
It's a nice backup maneuver.
I feel like I'm on a Truman Show or something here.
You are. Well, that's
webcams.
The vibe we like to do here. Anyways, that was Nick Tyrrell.
We got threw him out of here.
Yeah, 20 seconds. Are you ready for the grid walk? You get your stuff up. You got 2 minutes.
I'm ready.
Once it goes.
2 minutes to get through.
I won't waste around with the Xbox controller. Wait, maybe the pit lane's not all messed up on this one.
2 minutes to get through 42 names. I can do it. All right, I'm sorry now. We got number 45, Scott Rister, with a 133.1 in first place. Then we got Andrew Gajardik in second place with a 133.5, not too far off pace. Bobby Flack with a 133.8. And then we have another 133.8 by Justin Hall. Then we have Jesse Olson with a 138.39. Then we have Adam Walkhay, a previous OMEC veteran, with a 134 flat in sixth place. Will Coffey, 134.0, or 134 flat again. Jake Luther with a 134.1 in eighth place. Thomas Clausen with a 134.1. Only 2 thousandths off eighth place.
Impressive.
Then we have Aaron Myers in 10th with a 134.1. Only, man, 100th off pace from 9th. Then we have Landon Orr in 11th with a 134.3. Mitch Bonaventura in 12th with a 134.5. Darren Rutherford in 13th with a 134.6. Mike Braun with another 134.6 in 14th. Dylan Winninger in 15th with a 134.7. Nate Sides with a 134.8. Bradley Alvis in 17th with a 134.9. Matthew Wyckoff in 18th with a 134.9. William Alcala in 19th with a 135 flat.
You're halfway.
Then we got Christopher Daniel in 20th, Carson Path in 21st, Daniel Kiro in 22nd, Kelvin Collado in 23rd, Kevin Medina 24th, Joe Evers in 25th, Nick Terrell in 26th, Patrick Cantrell in 27th, Tony Caicedo in 28th, Daniel Hall in 29th, Michael Doyen in 30th, Matt Markley in 31st, Bob Lundell in 32nd, Shane Brown in 33rd, Thomas Pereira in 34th, Otto Rosa in 35th, Richard Costanza in 36th, Charles Rhodes in 37th, Joe Sauce, and Douglas Jerome in 38th, Derek Fotre in 39th, Keith Gwinnett in 40th, Chris Kraus in 41st, and Chris Wells in 42nd. Okay, now I can finally take a breath. Don't expect anything on me for the next 5 minutes.
I think you gotta not say the times. I think that might be the key.
See, I tried to do times all the way up to P20, but I think it's gotta be like a P10 to P15 thing.
If we get the Xbox controller going where I'm actually doing the grid walk, that's gonna be fantastic.
Yeah.
If only I could set the grid for like.
I was thinking I'd do it with my flight
5
stick.
minutes. I tried the flight stick. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work?
It's upsetting. I know.
Imagine if we had like a drone cam. That would be sweet.
But you can do it with an Xbox controller. Same thing as a flight stick. But my little Logitech flight stick didn't work.
Maybe it'll work for my Thrustmaster one.
All right, here we are. This is gonna be the final race of week 1. We're gonna not do that. We're gonna do that. TV3, and we got Scott Reiser and Andrew Gajardik. Definitely butchering that last name. Coming up to the green line, Scott Russo.
2 new names.
Butchered both of them right off the bat. 2 new people, 4 new people at the top front. Coming here to make their name in OMEC sim racing. There's that little guy waving the green flag, and we're coming down into turn 1, turn 2. We got the 2 Ferraris up front, Bobby Flack trying to put his nose in. We got that Golf Ferrari in the back. Everyone's coming around turn 1. Hopefully everyone keeps it clean. We got just a bucket of cars coming through. We got a little bit of a crash. We got Michael Doyen here. But we got everyone piled up in turn 1. There's Tony Casino. There looks like maybe Nick Tyrrell. Got green Sudi Porsche in the action. We got a lot of stuff happening. We will go back and we will take a look at that. We're going to go up here and see first place. Scott Rister's going out ahead. Andrew Gajardik and Bobby Flack neck and neck coming into turn 2. Behind them, Jesse Olsen, Justin Hall, Adam Wake, Aaron Myers, Thomas Clausen, Will Coffey, and Jake Luther are rounding up your top 10 survivors for this opening lap. Andrew Gajardik keeping it in front of Bobby Plack. Jesse Olsen around the backbone. Bobby Plack is kind of getting all over the back of Andrew Gajardik. We definitely have some more stuff going on in the back. We will take a look at it. These are our top 3. I don't have any grid stuff up. Here we go. Look at this. Beautiful. Let's go see what happened at the beginning. In that chaos.
Psst, Marcus.
What?
Do you share screens with me?
Oh, you're so needy.
Yeah, I know. I need to work on that. Thank you.
Alright, things are happening. Was Bradley Alvis the crash at the beginning?
There's also another one, somebody tried to move in front of Derek Fautre, and that did not end out well for him.
Let's see what happened. Bradley Alvis. Ooh, yeah. That Porsche right there cutting down Derek Fautre. Don't know if he knew he was there. But that's not Derek Fautre.
No.
Who's those 2 Porsches, though? Bradley Alvis. We're gonna go back. Carson Path. Carson Path had a tumultuous debut with us this season. He's coming down, I believe. Yep, that's Matthew Wyckoff in the brown Lamborghini. Clearly there. Doesn't have much room to go. Carson Path just gets a little, I'll say, optimistic. Takes out that Porsche, and then we got a whole cluster of cars coming on down. There goes Tony Casito. We got Patrick Cantrell caught up in trouble again. Nick Tyrrell sneaking by in that Lamborghini. Mike Doyle sneaking by, almost getting caught with him backing up. And everyone's slowly making their way. There goes Bob Lindell. And there is the Barbie Ferrari in the end. We had a crash from Auto Rosa. Another new name here. Pretty cool looking Porsche. Coming around, we'll see. Oh, looks like that BMW just got in the back of him.
See, if you watch it from a different angle, it seems like Otto decided to come across when there just wasn't room. Watch it from the rear cam. Or the rear view.
We're gonna back up a little bit. The cockpit. We'll see. We're on Derek Fautre. You're right. Our man, Derek Fautre, not having good luck.
He was already over there. It looks like Otto's going to cross into him.
Not a lot of room left for him to go. Otto's coming, and he got spun. Luckily, Derek got away with that a little bit. It's hard to tell that in the moment, though. When you're the car getting spun, you immediately think, oh, we got a crash from Mike Braun as well. What happened to Mike Braun? Oh, that was a big turn. That's a big crash. That's a huge crash. Who got turned? There's gonna be some words tonight from some upset people. Let's go chase. What happened to Mike Braun? Oh, it wasn't even Mike Braun. Mike Braun just got caught up in it, unfortunately. It was Mitch Buenaventura. Oh, that took Mike Braun out. Who took out Mitch Buenaventura? Is that Landon Orr behind Mitch Buenaventura? Landon Orr? What?
It's not a good look for an OMEC admin.
Oh, no. I'm trying to sneak up on the inside. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's almost like it was netcode. Did he touch him? Oh, we got a good view here from the grid walk. Oh, yeah. He got right in the bumper. Oh, so much carnage. Well, Landon Nora got away from that pretty unscathed. sure whose fault that was. Or if that was a racing accident. I mean, Landon Orr's nose was there, but maybe Mitch Buenaventura came across when he shouldn't have? I'm not sure. Derek Fautre had another crash. Or was he just going slow? Loses the rear end? Loses the rear end. Oh, look at that Valhalla. Got on the brakes quick as he slowly rolls off the track. What about Kevin Gwinnett? Oh, that was Kevin Gwinnett who stopped. We got a crash from Daryl Weiniger in this black Porsche. Back end just come around. Porsche do Porsche stuff. You know it. You know it. Porsche do Porsche stuff. Another crash from Douglas Jerem. Making a move. Oh no, getting a move made on him. Oh, that's unfortunate. He was keeping it clean. Ooh.
Seems like Derek Fautre's in almost all these crash clips.
Yeah, Derek Fautre's a menace. Just kidding. Poor Douglas Jerem. Back tires got on the grass a little bit. He did good keeping it out of everyone though. Let's see what we got for the lineup after that. We got Scott Rister up front. Kind of running away with it, but as we saw last race, there could be a fuel-saving component. You never know. First and second, Andrew Godarczyk and Bobby Flack still fighting. Jesse Olson still up there. Justin Hall, he's down one place, and he's got Aaron Myers. And Jesse Olson, Justin Hall, and Aaron Myers behind him.
Looks like we got our boy Landon Orr in first place for the M class.
You think he's feeling guilty about that one?
Yeah.
Mitch Buenaventura was AM class.
That is true. But
Is
still,
Mitch Buenaventura going to come beat him up?
Most likely. I've had a few conversations with Mitch. He seems like that kind of guy.
Well, we got in this group here with Landon Orr, we got Jake Luther, Thomas Clausen, Landon Orr, and Darren Rutherford all in a little group here, rounding out your top 10. Behind them, Adam Waukay down 3 places. Definitely got in some trouble. Behind him, William Alcala and Kevin Medina. This is a really bad camera. You can't see anything. I apologize. How about this? Ooh, did that not look like that BMW's drifting around there with Kevin Medina?
Those BMWs do look like they're drifting.
Why? He was going to lose that bad boy. Nate Sides was seeing that position. Chris Kraus made a pass on Matt Markley, and Matt Markley went off the track. These two again. Oh, Chris. Oh, no. Oh, you guys. I'm going to be...
Pull him in here. Let's have a talk with him.
I'm going to be like a disappointed father. All my OMEC drivers are just turning and burning everyone. What was that? Let's...
Pull Chris in here. We need to have a chat with him.
Hold on. Let's see it in slow motion.
Yeah, let's make sure he's actually at fault here.
Chris, buddy. All right, that's a good camera view for this.
I like that camera.
Side view, side by side.
Chris just keeps working his way over. Gives him some space.
So far, it's okay. So far, everyone's leaving space. And then it turns in, I mean...
He just didn't turn in.
So close.
Or he turned in late.
He did turn in late. That is unfortunate. And there goes a spoiler.
Still, pull Chris in here. Let's have a chat with him.
Look at it. Hold up. Kevin Medina making a move on William Alcala. I will pull him in here, but look at this. Here he comes down the main straight. He's got a draft. He's got his bumper on the side. He is going to take William Alcala into turn 1. Going to try to stick it around the outside. Here they come side by side. William Alcala gets the move made. Kevin Medina can't quite carry the speed through there to make it happen. And now he has Nate Sides all over the back of him as well. Nate Sides going to be looking to make a move. We're going to go on board Nate Sides. I'm going to go on board Nate Sides. I'm pulling Tony Casito in. You can ask him about it while we see Nate Sides.
Tony Casito, what happened?
What happened? The T1 disaster caught me and it fucked up my front splitter. And now it's like I'm in the draft of Rich, for example, and I just can't keep up. He keeps pulling away.
That's honestly a really good talk, but I pulled in the wrong person. I apologize.
No problem. Bye-bye.
I would really love to hear from you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Why are they pulling Tony Casino? We want to pull in Chris Kraus.
Exactly. I don't know.
We want to talk to Chris Kraus, not Tony Casino.
Chris, why did you pit that guy?
I didn't touch him.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
You're the second OMEC driver to pit maneuver a guy. We're gonna have people after us.
Bruh.
It's all your fault.
Don't worry, we're gonna talk to
We were
Landon
going
after
side by
this.
side. There was a 0x going into turn 1, and then he cut across on turn 2.
I don't know. You could have turned
That's
in
not
a
what we
little
saw.
earlier.
That would have
not what we
definitely
saw.
pitted him.
If you, I know you're still racing, but if you saw the replay, it definitely looked like you went out of your way to pit him.
We even heard on the radio, you said, I'm gonna pit him.
Uh-huh.
Mitch
I heard it
Buenaventura's
too.
crashed. Mitch Buenaventura.
Chris, you're our third commentator for tonight, so make yourself comfortable.
Oh, Douglas Jerem turns in on Mitch Buenaventura. Mitch Buenaventura flashes his lights.
I don't know if anyone else has complained about this, but I can barely hear Devin.
Wait, really?
Yeah, really.
I can hear Devin great.
I can barely hear him.
You might
I can
have
hear
to
you
probably
great,
turn me
Marcus.
down 'cause you
No,
couldn't
Marcus,
handle-
I can hear you great. Oh, I think I did lower Devin voice.
Yeah, you probably turned me down.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle the smoke.
Yeah, you know, when we do the thing on the weekends with the ovals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I've had enough of this. Goodbye, Chris.
All right.
I hate that guy.
Well, there's Chris Kraus.
I just love gaslighting him.
Tony, what happened? Tony Casino was very passionate, even though
What
we
happened
weren't
to
meaning
Derek
talk to him.
Fautre?
Derek Fautre got messed up. Let's see.
You just self-spun again.
Well, his car's all messed up. He's got to look at his back tire. Oh my goodness, his back tire's facing 90 degrees the wrong way. He's got to get that thing in the pits. Gank's got to get the big hammer out for that one. But now Tony Casino, he was very passionate. I think he deserves another. Tony, what were you? You were very passionate about what happened. What happened in your race? You're fired up.
All right. Oh, it's a fun race. I'm doing what I can right now. You know, basically, I got caught up in that little mayhem in turn 1, and then it damaged my front splitter, but I didn't know. And then going into one of these off-camber, like left turns that goes downhill, car spun out from under me. So I'm making up as much as I can. It's tough because I'm losing a lot of time in the straightaways just because I'm moving a lot slower. And I don't know if you can see my hood is flopping.
Yeah, your hood is flopping around there. It does not look good.
Yeah, but you know, we're doing what we can right now.
More drag help in the braking zones.
There is a fast repair, you know, you never know.
Yeah, I'm gonna see, you know, if there does come down to like a pit strategy, maybe I'll do a quick fast repair, but what I'm doing right now is just taking advantage of this by braking super late into the zones because I'm just much slower in the straights.
Well, there you go. You are still 6th in class, so good luck.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Thanks.
I gotta step away for just a second again. I'm sorry.
Goodbye. There goes Devin Adams disappearing into the night, doing whatever Devin Adams does. Carson Path made a pass on Thomas Pereira. Woo! Carson Path sticks it in there. That the Porsche. Missing body panels. Carson Path does not give a shit. He's sticking it in wherever he wants. Oh, breaking a little early. Nate Sides behind him. I believe that's Nate Sides behind him. Where's our man Nate Sides? Well, it's been on the replay the whole time. Nate Sides. Nate Sides is behind Kevin Medina, who is behind William Alcala. See if he can make a move. He breaks much later, almost into the back of Kevin Medina. That was a little terrifying, but behind him, don't look in the mirror up there. You got Will Coffey all over the back of Nate Sides, sticking his nose up the outside. There is the move. Not enough speed to make it through. Can't quite make the pass stick. Oh, all out of control. Still taking it too wide. Will Coffey has stuff to prove, and he is trying to get around Nate Sides with all his might. That was a sentence.
Derek Fautre just sitting in pits after taking his patch repair.
Derek Fautre.
Oh, he disconnected.
Oh. Ping him. See if he can come in to commentate.
Here. Give me 2 seconds.
We have Will Coffee. Here he is, still on the back of Nate Sides. He's looking to make a run. Coming up on the main straight. We'll see if Nate Sides decides to take a defensive line. Maybe not. He's running the outside. There's Will Coffee sticking his nose in, making it. Breaks late. Nate Sides isn't going to let him have it that easy. Takes him too wide out the outside, but Will Coffee's able to get in front of him.
Here is Derek Fautre for you.
Derek Fautre. Welcome to the booth.
I told you I'd be back.
What happened?
Well, I was doing pretty good at first, and then I spun out, I got loose, and I don't know what happened. I started pushing it too much, and I started spinning out, and I decided I'm too much of a risk to other drivers, so I decided to remove myself.
What happened between you and Io Rosa at the beginning of the race?
You're gonna have to remind me.
It looked like he was trying to get across.
Oh, I don't know. I was driving and he instantly, I think we tapped and he came across and hit me. On my screen, he was over a little more. It might have been netcode, but it could very well have been my fault as well, so I apologize.
It looked like what happened was you had the outside lane and he just came across and clipped your nose. I don't think that was on you.
Oh, well, it looked like he was more over to me, so it might have been netcode, but who knows.
Who knows?
I hate to pause this. We are in an epic battle here. Patrick Cantrell, we're on board, but I do have news that Tony Casito crashed. There's his front end looking pretty wobbly. Trying his late braking tactic he was telling us about, and there's the Porsche doing Porsche things. Kevin Medina crashed. Kevin Medina was in this battle with Nate Sides for a long amount of time, and Will Coffee. Kevin Medina in that BMW breaks a little early. Will Coffee almost into the back of him, and yeah, Will Coffee drove straight in the back of him. And then we got Nate Sides in the back of him. I don't.
Neither do I. I wish you luck on the next week, Derek.
I'm happy that you came out and raced with us. Good job tonight.
Of course, I'll practice for next week.
100%. We'll be seeing you next week.
Goodbye.
Have a nice one.
No, we gotta see. We gotta see. He's happy with us. If he's not, I don't know. What happened with Will Coffee? Drove right in the back of Kevin Medina. He's braking. You got Kevin Medina still on the brakes. Kevin Medina gets loose. Kevin Medina drifting through that corner. Will Coffee not on the brakes. Still not on the brakes. Then on the brakes. And then Nate Sides trying to get slowed down. Got a little bit of bumper damage. That messy situation. Not sure what happened there. That's probably going to spook Nate Sides a little bit. He was battling him pretty tough. But we got Patrick Cantrell and Nick Terrell. Chris Daniel was able to get around Nick Terrell, and Patrick Cantrell is now left here to hunt him down. We were on board with him. With the gyro cam, do you think Nick Terrell's going to try to make a send on, or Patrick Cantrell's going to make a send on Nick Terrell?
Have you ever met Nick Terrell?
Have you ever met Patrick Cantrell? He's got a character arc this season.
See, I feel like Patrick Cantrell is a little bit passive. But Nick Terrell, he will definitely block that.
I greatly offended Patrick Cantrell earlier.
How'd you do that?
I said asked him why he'd like. I was like, Patrick doesn't have three numbers, a 3-digit number.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bob said, yeah, he's pro, and I thought it was a joke. And I said, okay, but really, do I need to change it in the iRacing League so it looks right on the Discord or on the podcast? And Bob is like, he's pro. I'm like, oh shit, I'm sorry. So Patrick Cantrell, I'm sorry. You are pro and you deserve to be here. I was really savage on him. But speaking of Bob Lindell, he crashed.
No, he didn't.
He did. Here he is.
Did he enable push talk?
We might have to bring him in. Oh, the back end gets loose. Bob Lindell. That's what happens when you're from the Midwest. Let's see if he'll get in here. Why did Bob Lindell get loose? Bob Lindell, what happened with that crash?
You know, just a momentary lapse of concentration there, getting a little excited, and just let that back end get around a little bit.
Well, that is unfortunate.
I got some work to do, but I think I can still salvage one of these.
All right, I believe in you. We're going to drag you back.
All right.
Have we talked to Landon Orr yet about his misdeeds?
I don't believe we have.
I don't think we have. Let's go see where he's out of the track. We got something happen to Bobby Flack. I saw his name go down a couple times. There is some crashes. What happened? There's some smoke. Ooh. Oh, is that Tony Casito crashing again? Is that who I saw? Who was that? Where's Tony Casito? This Porsche looks like it might be... Or did he get it fixed? I think he finally took his fast repair. He got it fixed. Tony Casito entered pit lane. It would help if I was live. Okay, there we go. Goodness. Goodness. Where's Landon Orr? Landon Orr is P8 overall.
Really?
Let's see what Landon has to say for himself.
Hey, I'm really happy how this race is going, to tell you that.
You are one of 3 OMEC drivers who has pit maneuvered a competitor tonight.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that one. How bad was that? Was that on
It was
me? I didn't really
terrible.
see.
You need to go into voice chat and apologize right now.
Felt pretty bad about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. We were having trouble deciding whose fault it was. I don't know, but I had to give you some shame. But other than that, good job on P8 overall.
Thanks,
you
sir.
are in front of 5 pro drivers, so
Hey,
doing good.
I think I'm head of the amateur right now, right?
You are. You're P1 in amateur. Kevin Kalitos P2. Yeah.
No pressure, by the way.
Keep it up.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx it.
7 minutes left. Don't pit maneuver anyone else. We'll have you in for an interview at the end of the race.
Perfect. I'll try my best.
All right. Later. Patrick Cantrell. We gotta get to Patrick Cantrell. He's 2/10 off the back of Nick Terrell.
Ooh.
Look at him. Look at him. He's gonna make this end. There he is. He's all up on the inside of that Mystery Machine Inc. Patrick. Oh! Nick Terrell loses it. Nick Terrell loses it. Patrick Cantrell gets the pass. We saw it live. You saw it here live.
Uncharacteristic from Chris.
What in the world? Let's see that again.
I'll just say that was not on my bingo card.
It was not. Nick was having a little trouble there getting loose. I don't think the Lambo's doing too good here. Back end just slides around. Patrick says thanks. Unfortunate. It says he crashed. Yeah, that was his crash. No big deal. Good job, Patrick Cantrell. Up into P18. Gonna be hunting down his next competitor there, Daniel Hall. Wonder if Daniel Hall and Justin Hall are related. I hope so. We got up here at the front, Scott Rister is the person who's running away with it this track. We got people running away with it, but at least it's a different person each track. He's up there in the Ferrari doing his thing. Behind him, Andrew. It's probably not Kajardik. That does sound... I don't know. Andrew in the Ferrari. You'll have to tell me how to pronounce your name someday, but behind him, Jesse Olsen. They're still kind of up there doing their thing. Aaron Myers, you know, backing away from the group up front, but then we got Justin Hall and Jake Luther. You think Jake Luther is saving fuel this race?
He's got to be after that disappointing finish to last race.
So he's just kind of biding his time. He is up 2 places. He's got Tony Casito behind him, but Tony Casito is a lap down. Let's see, back here, Daryl Weiniger makes a pass on Shane Brown. 3 people coming in through turn 3 there. Sparks flying. We got 2 Sudi cars and a non-Sudi car.
And a beautiful Mercedes.
That was a good shot. All 3 of them going around that corner. This is Daryl Weiniger. Let's go live with Daryl Weiniger.
What do you say we pick on somebody new?
You gonna drag a new person in here?
Why don't we talk to Matt Markley?
Let's see where he's at on track. Matt Markley. Don't wanna ruin the new guy if he's like, you know, in a battle. Where is he? Back there in 38. He's coming. He's fighting Tony Casito. Oh, he's the one Chris Kraus wrecked.
Yes, he is. I
All
should
right,
be at the opposite side of the story.
I'll drag him in. You grill him.
Matt Markley, how you doing tonight?
All right, I'm in like last place. I got hit early in the race.
Yeah, you got pit maneuvered by an OMEC driver.
Yeah, it did too much damage. I fell really deep into the order here.
That was pretty rough. The whole spoiler off and everything, but...
Do you have any words for Chris Kraus?
I don't know who that is. Is that who hit me?
That's the guy who spawned you, yeah.
Oh, really? I wish he didn't, but it is what it is. Just a racing incident.
Chris Kraus, he seemed unapologetic, to say the least.
Where's
Chris
Master
Kraus has always been a demon.
Good luck with the race. I hope you enjoyed this mid-race interview. And good luck out there.
Thank you.
See, I don't think he was a fan of that.
No, I don't think so either.
He's focusing. This you can't just pull the new guys in here.
Yeah.
Him and Chris
Well,
are
we
gonna
could always
fight
pull
now.
in William Alcala.
What about the sauce?
Yeah, we gotta talk to Sauce.
Where's the sauce? Hold on.
He's in 36.
Charles the Sauce. Charles the Sauce. How's your race going?
It's going pretty well.
Now, for people who don't know you, why don't you give us a little background on how you got the nickname Sauce?
Hold on. I cannot hear whoever's talking to me. My motor is way too loud.
Devin, why are you so quiet?
I don't know why I'm so quiet for everybody else.
It might just be my mic. Discord's been like really weird for me.
Discord. This is actually some fancy microphone communication we use for real life race car drivers.
I see you're pulling into the pits. Talk us through the strategy.
I have actually a black flag. There's no strategy behind this, unfortunately.
Oh, that's
no. Oh, go ahead, Marcus.
I was gonna say that's a good strategy. It cools the tires.
Big wreck.
There is a crash there. We should see what happened. You got around that crash by taking the pit stop.
Hell yeah, that's good.
There you go.
But it did work out in my favor somehow. My fuel is low though, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it.
Now, for people who don't know, tell us how you got the nickname. Can you hear me?
Oh, there's a car behind me.
I don't think he can hear you.
No.
Oh,
Go ahead and
no,
ask
there
me
it
my
goes.
question.
As you're in the middle of this battle,
Yeah,
how'd you get the
exactly.
nickname The Sauce?
Oh, the sauce? So we were playing basketball at the park. And so I'm from Philadelphia, and the 76ers didn't really have like that good of a team, but anyway. There's one player that used to be on the team, Nick Stauskas. And every single time he would make a three-pointer at the Sixers games, they would put just like a picture of sauce on the giant billboard. And my haircut was kind of like very similar to Nick Stauskas' haircut in elementary school. So I just started like being like, yo, I'm Nick Stauskas. And I would like shoot the three-pointer and it would go in. And then eventually the name stuck. But it's majority of the kids that I actually grew up with will call me Sauce actively, which is the funny thing.
That was a beautiful story.
Was that nickname inspired by the movie Hustle?
I'm sorry, I did not hear that. The Ferrari's
can't hear you,
roaring.
Devin, you need to fix it. Everyone's got you muted, but it is the end of the race, so we're gonna take you back. Thanks for talking to us. You gotta make sure other people can hear you. I don't know what's going on. This has been a disaster.
They do not like
Everyone's
what
gonna
happened
hate this
in OMEC
broadcast. Everyone
ovals.
hates us now. Good job, but This is the final lap.
Nobody
We'll go
likes
back.
OMEC
Jake
rules, but
Luther
that's
was the
me.
one that crashed. We'll go back and see Jake Luther's crash. He's down there. We missed a lot of stuff figuring out about the sauce, but here's Scott Reiser. We are on the final lap. He's out there 9 seconds ahead. Andrew Gajardik has held his own. He's still got Jesse Olsen behind him. We'll see if Jesse is going to make a move. We're going to see. Scott Rister. He's coming around. Final corner. On to this giant straight. It's actually 3 corners. Adam Wake actually made a last-minute pass around Thomas Clausen.
That's race over.
They got him up into 8th place, and there's Scott Rister going across the finish line with Andrew Gajardik behind him. If he interviews with us, he's going to tell me how to say his name. Jesse Olsen in 3rd place. Aaron Myers, P4. Bobby Flack is side by side with Aaron Myers. Aaron Myers not P4 yet. Bobby Flack pulls in front of him for P4. Side by side finish.
Oh, what a finish.
He still says he's P4. I think that person was a lap down. He was side by side, but that still looked amazing. There's Landon Orr in P6. Darren Rutherford P7. Adam Wake kept P8 with that pass he made on Thomas Clausen, and then Jake Luther in 10th place. Amazing. You should ping Scott Rister, Andrew Gajardik, Landon Orr.
Hang on, you're going too quick for me.
And Kevin Kaledo.
You said Scott Rister. Nope, not Scott Kimbrough.
Well, P1 and P2.
Scott Rister.
We're going to give you a typing class. Did you get Andrew? Did you get Landon?
I got the P2 or P1 and P2 of the amateur class too.
All right, cool. Well, while they're waiting in the waiting room, we're going to see what happened to Jake Luther. Coming up, put him down into 10th place. Coming into turn 1. Oh, Sooty on Sooty crime. Coming on the inside, there's a lot of smoke, can't see anything. Backs up. Unfortunately, the other Sooty person, Sooty Blue and Sooty Yellow, I assume is the teams. And he had to wait so long. I commend him for patiently waiting and not just ripping it out into traffic.
I have Scott Rister waiting for us. You ready for him?
I'm ready for him. Am I doing him?
You can do him.
Scott
I mean,
Rister.
interview him.
How's it
Scott
going?
Rister. Hello. Congratulations on P1. How was that race for you? It seemed like you just kind of ran away with it, cruised around in the front. What'd you think?
After Sebring, it felt a lot better.
Yeah, it's almost like easy mode after Sebring. So I'd give everyone a little break, not have any rain.
That's probably one of my better tracks, so pretty comfortable on that track.
That's cool. What place did you get in Sebring?
I think like 18th. I spun out 3 times in the same corner, so that was my first time to ever run in the rain.
That was trial by fire.
Yeah, I just jumped in it. I just tried not to take anybody out, and I just spun myself out 3 times. But it was fun.
Well, that's awesome. Congratulations on the win and your debut race with us. You weren't here last season, right? It's your first season?
My teammates were, and they told me to come and join in, so I'm here this season.
That is awesome. We are definitely glad to have you. That was a little less hectic than Sebring, but glad to know you had a good race. Anyone you want to shout out tonight for the broadcast?
Yeah, I'd just like to thank my team, Empire.
Empire
we all
Racing.
practice together and have a good group of guys. And so it's going to be fun racing this league with those guys.
Now, I have one question for you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Why can everybody not hear me?
I can hear you.
That was my only question for you.
All right. Well, congratulations on P1. Hopefully we'll see you next week, and we'll have a good season.
For sure. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Now, do we want Landon Orr, or do we want to do P2 first?
Let's do P2. You got him.
Calvin Collado.
Oh God, I've been calling him Kevin this whole night. I'm sorry. I see your name's Kelvin.
It sure is.
Welcome in.
I know I'm used to it already.
How you feeling after that P2?
I did not finish. Oh, well, P2 in the amateur, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Well, that's news to me because I didn't know that.
Yep, you got P2.
That's great. That's great. I mean, I spent a lot of time practicing the track, and up until 5 o'clock, I thought I was going to run in the Porsche, and then I changed my mind because I felt more comfortable in the Ferrari.
Yeah? What made you say that? Just less Porsche things going on with the Ferrari?
Yeah, I mean, I was just getting better lap times, and I felt more comfortable with the sort of tight corners on that track.
I gotcha. I just feel the Porsche, it really loves to spin that back end out, so I hate driving that Porsche personally.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy, and I mean, I love the sound of the Porsche, of course, right? And it looks beautiful. But driving the Porsche Cup, I think I've gotten used to driving like the Porsche cars, so spin out's not really my concern. It's just I'm slow.
Well, I definitely have that same issue, so don't worry about that. I noticed you went from 23rd to 15th, or 23rd to 2nd in amateur. How much practice did you get going into this race?
Quite a bit. So started practicing the track probably mid last week.
Okay.
And I'm actually in the middle of a job transition, so I have far too much time on my hands.
Yeah.
So I put a good amount of hours onto the track.
There you go. And it worked out perfectly for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't even know I finished P2. I just know that I got super lucky by going off track several times in the first lap and avoiding all that carnage.
Well, we probably just made your night by telling you, didn't we?
You sure did.
That's all I got for you, but again, man, congratulations. Marcus, you got anything for him?
That's all I got. Congratulations. Thanks for coming out racing with us. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. That was super fun.
Hope to see you next week, man.
I'm going to do P2 for overall. Andrew, please tell me how you pronounce your last name.
It's Gatoric.
Gatoric. Oh my God.
So the J is silent?
Silent, Y sound, either way.
I knew it. Okay. Well, I've been saying Gajardic all night, so I'm sorry.
That's okay. I've heard every mispronunciation out there.
I'm sure you get a bunch.
Congratulations on P2. What'd you think of that night? It looks like Scott Rister just kind of drove away with it, but didn't see much from you tonight because there was some chaos other places, but how was that battle for P2, P3?
Well, as far as Scott, I tried to stay in his toe, but I'm gonna need some work to keep up with him. I did get a little loose in the second, or toward the end of the second sector, which let I think it was Bobby by, and then I was just for a while I was doing a bit of fuel saving, just in case. With what I had worked out, it was kind of tight. Well, I thought it might have been, but I was fuel saving a little bit, and then his pace started falling a little bit about halfway through. So as I was thinking about trying to pass him is when he had an incident with a back marker, which is not how you'd like to get around someone, but you take what you can.
Yeah, it was a little crazy ending there, but what made you choose the Ferrari? Is that the one you're going to stick with all season, or?
Yeah, I believe I'm going to stick with that one. In the past, I used to my main GT3 was the McLaren before they fixed it, quote unquote fixed it.
Oh yeah.
But as my daily driver is a Toyota MR2, and the Ferrari just feels it feels rather familiar for me for how it feels closer to limit.
Nice. Cool. That's definitely a cool daily driver. So, well, we are happy you came out and raced with us. This was your debut season, right?
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Definitely. We had a lot of new faces out tonight. There was definitely a lot to catch up on the broadcast, so hopefully we will see you for the next races. Hopefully you have fun, and thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah, lots of fun. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And then
And here is Landon Orr in the number.
Oh, you're doing so good. Why'd you stop?
I was going to drag him, then you interrupted me. Here we have Landon Orr in the 169.
We'll start over. All right, ready?
Okay, here. And here we have Landon Orr in the 169. What car was he driving? Ferrari. He was driving the Ferrari. How was your race tonight? What do you think?
That's probably been my best race I've had with OMEC. I absolutely loved it. That was great.
I couldn't agree more. That was pretty awesome performance. You went from 11th to 6th or first in the amateur class. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, I don't know where I got that pace from. It's probably the only good race I'll have this season, but yeah, it felt really, really good on there. Felt bad about with Mitch. I'm going back and watching that and feel kind of bad about that one, but otherwise, I thought it was pretty good.
Those are definitely a fun race to watch on your end.
Yeah, I loved it too. Like, it's just been clean. I mean, we're talking a little bit, but everyone here's just kind of talking about how it went. And I can't believe we got 40 plus people on the track. No real incidents. Everyone's been super chill. Tonight's just been a really, really good start to the season.
Yes, it has. I can't wait for next week.
I'll be good. I'm looking forward to Watkins then. Thanks so much, guys, for putting this on tonight.
Absolutely, no problem.
We wouldn't have been able to do it without the drivers like you.
Oh, what a heartfelt ending. As I drag him out unceremoniously. Well, that's it. That's the end. Week 1, season opener, rain, chaos, all that goodness. Next race is going to be an endurance race. Where's it going to be, Devin? Tell me.
Watkins Glen.
That's right, Watkins Glen. It's going to be good. I don't think there's any rain on the forecast for that, but we are at Watkins Glen. The tire set limit is removed, so we're back to full burn up all your tires, whatever you want to do. We got 45 people, safety car, all that shenanigans. We will see what happens. Any final words from my co-host, Devin Adams?
I'm just glad we were able to get 42 people out tonight for the second race. That was amazing.
That was
really fun to watch.
Fantastic. And thank you for everyone that tunes into the podcast, watches it. I appreciate it. And that's it for me.